Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. I got to tell you, it won't be long before pike and walleye season started. Something I look forward to all year, especially in the wintertime. I imagine myself out there fishing for these fish. But right now, it's important to really talk about and give credit to all the perch and crappie fishing that's been going on in our area because we've had a more open early season. And I got to tell you, there's been some great catches. I talked to Mike Bean, who has been fishing in Black Lake, and he showed me the pictures of the crappies that he's been catching, and they're wonderful. In fact, he had one that was 14 inches, and he had it laying against the ruler. So it isn't a fisherman's story, but Mike isn't like that anyway. And I said, and I know that anybody doing this kind of fishing is going to have their own secrets. This is something that they spend their life in becoming good at something, and it's something very special and personal to them. So they don't want to share all their techniques and places and so forth. But Mike did tell me that he's fishing them with jigs. He's using very, very light line. And I said, Mike, are you using a float with these or not? And he said, it depends on the wind. It depends on if the wind is a big factor, then they're not. But these are little jigs that he's using for crappies. Now, let's shift to the perch because there's been some wonderful catches of perch. And I know this because I called my buddy Alex, and he said he just had somebody from Messina. I won't name all the different people by name, but give him a number of perch that they caught. And he said these were really big perch, and he was telling me about the method that he uses to fillet them. He doesn't like using an electric knife, and everybody's different. Some people can take an electric knife and they become a wizard with it. I'm not one of those people, believe me. But the point of it is, there's been some fabulous catches of perch. So now I'm going to go to one other thing. My buddy Dave Swanson, who is on Cayuga Lake, and I know Cayuga is not part of our North Country waters, but it has the same type of fish. And he has been going out for perch now. And this is just recently because the fact you got to get your boat in and so forth. Dave fishes with a pontoon boat. And he said he was fishing 2 days ago with his son-in-law. And he said when he would start on the one side of the pontoon, his very first presentation, he would catch the biggest perch of all. And then all the perch after that were smaller. So then he'd walk to the other side of the pontoon boat, and he'd drop the minnow down. He was using minnows, drop it down. And again, the biggest perch again. These are big jumbo perch. And then after that, not another big perch on that side of the pontoon boat. Now, we're not talking about all that wide or long a distance, but I think this is fascinating. The other thing I said, Dave, are you using the little 2-inch or 2.5-inch soft plastic paddle tails that he's been making that have worked so wonderfully? He said, no, never got a strike. Never got a strike on anything else but minnows. And what it tells me is even panfish can have I say even, like they're a lesser fish. They're just designated differently. But even panfish, like perch or crappies, they can have very, very specific desires and habits, and they will ignore a lot of what you think they should be hitting, and you have to find the secret bait. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.